Hi YouTube, welcome back to another review. Today we're taking a look at the Kizer Mini Sheepdog. This is a titanium frame lock version, and here you can see CO1C Mini. So I specify that because there are many different options for this knife, or this design I guess. So this is the titanium frame lock mini version. There's also a regular and XL version. Some of them are in the, I think, Vanguard series, which are G10 liner locks. But you can also get one in this higher series. I forget what it's actually called. It might be called the Blade Craft series or something, or Blade Works series. Whatever that is. It's also available in, I think, a carbon fiber liner lock, which looks really cool. But this is the mini in titanium. So you can see it says Mini on the blade there. This side it says Kizer S35VN and the model number there. Nice blue pivot collar. But let's get right into the specs and measurements. Overall length is 5.77 inches, 2.625 blade length, 0.12 inch blade thickness, 0.45 handle thickness, handle length of 3.14 inches. Focus a little better. There you go. Weight of 3.25 ounces, so very light. Blade material, like I said already, S35VN. Handle material, titanium, including that pivot collar titanium. Titanium clip. It is a sheep's foot blade, flat ground with a plain edge. Stonewashed finish. I think it said satin or something on the spec sheet for Blade HQ, but clearly you can see that it's stonewashed. Kind of a polished stonewash, but still stonewashed. And what else we got? We got right hand tip up pocket clip location. Not reversible or anything, so right hand only. It is made in China by Kizer Knives and designed by Sheepdog Knives. You can see the logo right there. Kind of small, but very detailed logo. Bead blasted frame. And now on to kind of the design of it. It is very small, as you can tell. It is called the Mini. Even though it is the Mini version, it's not super small, but for compared to the other versions, it's definitely small. And for a 2 5/8 blade, that's not super big. So you can see, full 3-finger hold on it. Pinky kind of falls off, but still very comfortable. Closed up, kind of hides in my hand. It's got 3 holes milled in, or I guess slots milled in the handle. Blue anodized pivot collar sits right around that, I assume, stainless pivot. And the clip is milled. You can see it's kind of rounded just to make it a little smoother. All the edges are nicely rounded so it's not sharp and poking into your palm or anything. It's got a nice ramp on it. You can see both sides nicely ramped so that it slides in and out super easy. You can see some lint in there because I have been carrying this a lot. Has not left my pocket since I got it. And there you can see a nice little milled section right there where the pocket clip seat kind of comes out of the frame there. But overall, very nice clip. Now on to some of the pros. So I like the size. It is a great size and weight for EDC. It fits great in the pocket. I've only worn it with jeans, but since it's winter, but It's also a great size for shorts and everything. So if you wear like light shorts in the summer, this is definitely not going to weigh it down. It'll be perfect for that. So very nice in jeans. If you want to throw it in your fifth pocket on your jeans, it fits in there. At least in my jeans, it fits in without bottoming out or anything. So that's nice if you want to carry it as like a backup or something. But I usually just carry it in my normal pocket. It is very sharp. I can cut up my little cheat sheet here. Show off the edge. So, like you'd expect, it cuts like a pocket knife. So nothing disappointing there. It's a great blade shape for cutting too, the way that has a nice belly to the bevel right there. Action is great. Flipper tab's pretty comfortable. You can only light switch it. You can't really do like a push button thing. If you push in, nothing really happens. So you kind of just gotta light switch it. Just pull back on that. No jimping or anything. It's just straight up pocket or straight up flipper tab right there. But nice and comfortable. Pretty hard to misfire it. You can kind of do that if you're trying to, but super easy to flip out. Detent is perfectly tuned, not too weak, not too strong. I flip it like 1,000 times a day, so my finger hasn't gotten tired of it or hurt or anything from the shape of the flipper tab there. So it can be a little pointy, but nothing major. Especially, like I said, after like 1,000 flips, my finger still feels fine. I really like the look of it. It's kind of a big, mean, cleaver-looking design, but in this little mini package, it's nothing threatening or anything. Maybe if you have the big XL one that's like out to here, then be a little more threatening, but I don't think anybody be threatened if you pull this out to cut something in a, I don't know, in a store or something, if you're cutting whatever. If you need to cut something at work or something, you're not going to scare your coworkers, I'd say. Cons, I really couldn't think of one. Really nitpicking, I found kind of a sharp spot right here. You can see where the stainless steel insert is in there on the blade. You can hear that. That is a little bit sharp right there, but you don't really feel it. Like, I can dig my knuckle in there and feel it, but like in my finger, you don't really feel it too much. So that's the only downside, the only con that I could find. Other than that, I guess maybe the getting over the blade with the detent ball. You can see it right there. You can see the detent balls on the back side of that blade. To get it over that, you can just push it like I just did there, and that's fine. But if you're trying to do like a drop shut thing, you really got to get the blade like half closed pretty much before you can get the ball over the end of that blade. And then it falls easy, but that's another little nitpick thing, that if you only get it to like right here, then you still got to keep your thumb in there in that little tight spot. But other than those two very minor things, couldn't find anything else about it that I didn't like. Maybe if you wanted the pocket clip the other side, but I mean, doesn't concern me. So those are the only cons. On to my final judgment. I think right now in Blade HQ it's about $144. That's marked down, I think, from what it originally sold for, but for that price, it is definitely a good buy. Definitely worth the money. Even at the original price, if it was like $200, I'd say this is still a good price for $200. $144 is just kind of sweetening the deal with it being that cheap. Also, I just think it's a great small knife. If you're into small knives, this is definitely a good one. If you're not really into small knives, but you can't really carry your big knives in, like I said, your summer shorts pockets, this is kind of a small knife, but still feels a little bigger with that blade being kind of a big cleaver shape to it. So it might make you think you're carrying a big knife. And I do like the Mini probably more than I would like the regular and the XL. So I do think the Mini does have its advantages just because the regular size is pretty big and the XL is like ginormous, just kind of like a novelty thing. So this is definitely a great all-around size. So I would rather choose the Mini over the regular or the XL. So that's another thing that I just think this has going for it. Other than that, not really much else to say. Get some nice tight shots of it. There you can see that milling. And the pivot right there. And that's pretty much it. Don't forget to check out the other videos on my channel. And like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.